Barry, I don't know who's going to win that game.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to rain or shine.
And I have to work with these bonzos.
Hi, I'm Ron Majors. Coming up in just a few minutes on Eyewitness News at 5, we're going to take you inside one of those old mansions along that stately Mount Curve Drive in Minneapolis. What makes it interesting is that the 19-room mansion will soon be decorated by 19 different designers. And, oh, Jesus, well, they have their hands full. I mean, the place had plaid in it. It had walls. These tacky people who lived there were just awful. I mean, what they did to this place was just a crime, Christ. Well, be sure you see that at 5.
With the recent plane crashes, many of us question the safety of air travel, DC-10s, and our airports. On Thursday's Twin Cities Today, we'll talk with pilot Thomas Block about these controversial issues.
Are you the type of woman who keeps choosing powerful and prominent men who can't give you the attention and security you want? We'll tell you why and what you can do about this as we discuss loving men for all the right reasons. Also, we'll take a look at how cosmetic surgery can affect the effects of what changing shit. I don't think it can be done, guys.
Let's take out shit and change that to fuck, okay?
Scandinavia Today, Minnesota. A big send-off today. Canadian Consul General George...
And that's it for this Thursday edition of Eyewitness Morning News. We'll be back during Good Morning America and then join Sin and Cindy and Stan tonight. It's 7 o'clock now.
Once again, the final here tonight.
He's frozen with delight. The North Stars made a great showing out there. What a time to lose the signal.
Really?
All right. Thank you, Bob. Finally, tonight, we can tell you from the world of the unusual, we have something for you. We have the Carmichael.
JP, now Jay, what do you think of Hart? Look at his dog. What do you think? Look at that jaw. What do you think, Jay?
If he'd keep that up, I'd give him a 9.
An 8.
The Department of Natural Resources. Minnesota farmers control nearly 25% of all small grains committed to the nation's reserve program. According to the St. Paul Pioneer Press today, Minnesota farmers own 14% of the country's wheat, 30% of the barley, 16% of the corn, and more than 32% of the oats. What it means, according to the State Agriculture Commissioner Bill Walker, is that Minnesota farmers could bring an economic boom to the state if the commodities market heads in the right direction. Reserve grain prices have come up slightly in the last year, but not enough to bring a healthy profit for farmers taking part in the reserve program. And Mr. Alexander just left.
Amazons, Sunday on ABC.
Good evening, everyone. The teacher strike in Sauk Rapids is 3 weeks old, and tonight the teachers held a unification rally. Now, negotiations are set to begin on Monday. Meantime, substitute teachers will soon be going into the first and second grade classrooms. President Reagan is back at the White House tonight after making a political foray to Atlanta, Georgia today. Atlanta is where Reagan kicked off his 1980 campaign. And spokesman for House Speaker O'Neill says Democrats will not take part in Mr. Reagan's proposed joint task force on cutting the federal deficit. We'll have more on this tonight on the Update at 10.
Go. Real People, weekdays at 4:30 on Channel 5.
Woo! Yeah. Those damn things, they must shit when they get scared or something.
This is John Hines. In the next Twin Cities Today, we'll take a look at the alive and thriving farmers markets and join my co-host, special co-host, Charlie Bush, at the 1980 Minnesota State Fair. We'll look at a cow chip throwing contest. We'll meet the Royal American Age Guesser and also some tips on how to survive the fair here on Channel 9.
Marcia Fleur tries to sneak through the studio during the bleeps. It didn't work. Details at 10.
On the next Twin Cities Today, we will review a new French restaurant.
A French restaurant. I can wait.
Join us at 9 a.m. on Twin Cities Today.
Hi, I'm Barbara Morrill.
And I'm John Hines. And on the next Twin Cities Today, we're going to review a new French restaurant.
And also Suga, an internationally famed hair designer, is going to be here.
And we'll visit with Lois Milner and get some house cleaning ideas.
And Archibald Cox, special Watergate prosecutor, will be here also.
Join us at 9 a.m. on Twin Cities Today on Channel 5.
Today on Eyewitness News at 5, we're going to talk about diabetes. We'll clear up some of the misconceptions. For instance, one of the ways you can tell if you have diabetes is if white sugar oozes from your pores, or if a person has ever said to you, gee, you're a sweet person. That means conclusively you have diabetes. And you can get rid of it just by sucking on a lemon. We'll have more facts about diabetes at 5.
And to show you, for an example, well, I'm going to kick your ass.
Hi, I'm Don Peterson from downtown Chevytown, and this is our final closeout on all of our brand new 77 Chevys. We have well over 500 of these beautiful brand new cars in stock, and they're all on sale at prices you will never see again, like this 77 Monza two-door with a 4-speed and white walls and a radio. It's on sale at Chevytown now for only $3,488. Stop in at Chevytown and take a look at these brand new 77 Chevys. Remember, if this emblem is not on the back of your car, you probably paid too much. Hi, I'm Don Peterson from downtown Chevytown, announcing the final closeout on all of our brand new 1977 Chevys, and there are well over 500 of these beautiful brand new cars on sale right now at prices you may never see again. For instance, this brand new 1977 Nova, ready to go with radio and white walls, you name it, on sale at Chevytown for only $3,588. And remember, if this emblem is not on the back of your car, you probably paid too much.
Good evening, everyone. Eyewitness News has learned that during last Sunday's snowstorm, another near collision occurred at Twin Cities International Airport as one Eastern airline flight was taking off and had to abort before becoming... Shit, fuck with this garbage.
You know what news is? News is people. And that's why on Eyewitness News on Channel 5, we don't believe in big stories and small stories. We believe in the news, the people. You make this crap worth my time. Believe me, I like you. Watch our news so I can stop doing this stuff all afternoon. Just watch. We're honest, we're sincere, and we love you.
Is there something good on TV?
Well, there's always something good on Sunday on Channel 5. It's my favorite.
Why is that?
Well, it starts out with The Wonderful World of Disney. That's always a good program for everyone. And then comes the Sunday Mystery Movie.
Which of your... look
Jesus
at this
Christ.
screen. Look what they got on the screen.
Walt Disney was never like that.
That's it. That's a
I looked at the screen.
World of Disney. Oh yeah.
The worlds of Disney.
Lame duck news and sports plus Dave Dahl weather at 10.
Coming this fall on Channel 5, A Great Afternoon is looking even better.
Yes, it will. It'll
Mrs.
be one of
Sharon
the
and I will be
wait. It'll
back.
be one of the best. We promise. McLean will be there.
That's
and
right. McLean
he's got
has
a
a
show
brand
at
new
4
show.
o'clock.
You know what it's
and
called?
we got a. It's called America.
Yeah, he knows.
How
Tell
about
us
it,
about
McLean? What is it like?
You'll love it.
Almost caught me there. Welcome you mid-morning movie maniacs to another edition of Charlie Horse the Show. Pulled your leg ever so slightly. We need new furniture.
Eyewitness News at 5 is different. We give you a look at the day's news every day, and in addition, we give you a longer look at one of the major issues of the day that may affect you. Besides this, Barbara Flanagan tells you what's up around town. Art Harkins, whoa, look at them go. They went so fast we couldn't even say their names. There was Mr. Rogers' brother, Arthur Ballot. Who was that over there? Well, we missed him.
I'm Steve Edelman.
I'm Sharon Anderson.
On today's show, the latest in maternity fashions on our special fashion show.
And we're going to do our last in the series of stories on Europe. We're going to eat out in Paris and sample the variety of restaurants that are there, including world-famous Maxine's.
Also, we'll talk to actor Tristan Rogers in Los Angeles. He's Scorpio on General Hospital.
And our field host, Gary Lumpkin, is going to take us to the rough and tumble world of roller derbies.
All that's just ahead on Good Company.
From the Twin Cities, it's Good Company. With your hosts, Steve Edelman and Sharon Anderson. With roving reporter Gary Lumpkin. And the Good Company Company.
A message from the church in your neighborhood, given by the Reverend Norman G. Anderson.
Perhaps the most important thing that I can say can be said at this particular time. Remember always, Jim Nelson loves you.
Our for Tomorrow is a pre-recorded message from the church in your neighborhood, given by the Reverend Norman G. Anderson.
Coming up in just a few minutes on Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock, we're going to be talking about hypnotism. Now, I don't want you to be worried about that. Some people are scared they'll watch something on television and be hypnotized. Won't happen. Takes a long time to be hypnotized. You know, it's not like somebody could just walk by and...
Born to nobility.
None of the youngsters looked back in their writing. They all looked ahead, and what they saw was a disturbing vision shaped by the nuclear age.
No one noticed the buzz of a far-off plane until it was directly overhead. The sound of a bomb spiraling downward was the last ever heard by the delegates.
Hi, I'm Jim Peck.
And I'm Pam Ward. On our next Twin Cities Today show, Mayors Don Fraser and George Latimer take a look into the future's Twin Cities from... I'm sorry.
That's a keeper. Thank you. Leave your name. Next.
Starting off tonight's Flying 5 award-winning programs is the early morning eye-opening category in the bicentennial envelope. Contestants in the category were judged on the basis of information, education, and entertainment qualities. The winner in the eye-opening morning programming category is Channel 5's early morning lineup. Minnesota Today at 5:45, Lassie at 6:15, Grandpa Jim at 6:45, and Back to Bed with the Old Lady at 6:55. The sinkhole problem is getting worse. Details at 10.
I'm Dennis Bounds of Channel 5's Eyewitness News and volunteer for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I'm inviting you to support... God damn it, son of a bitch.
Eyewitness News, the Northwest's most complete, comprehensive, and up-to-the-minute coverage, with weatherman Roy Findon, sportscaster Ed Cairo, and anchorman Don Ellison.
Excuse me just one second. Good evening. The flu is spreading like a wildfire in Minnesota. We're going to have a full report on that just a little bit later in tonight's news broadcast. Also in the news tonight, a landmark in Monticello burns to the ground. The damage is set at $500,000.
This is a beautiful time of the year in Minnesota, and if you believe that, I've got some swampland for you to look at in Florida. Yeah, I can see it. Okay.
We'll have a close call with the clouds on... Too many stars, son of a bitch.
Hi, I'm J.B. Eckert, encouraging you to donate a pint of blood in the next few weeks. It takes less than an hour of your time, and it's painless. Our community blood supply is low, and we do need your help. Patients having open heart surgery without anesthetic, accident victims, and patients with blood disorders. So call your local blood bank. My time's running out. In Minneapolis, it's the War Memorial Blood Bank, 871-3300. Write me a letter if you need the telephone numbers again. At St. Paul's, Red Cross, 291-6789.
Jam. It is more than just something to put on top of your peanut butter sandwich. Sue Zellickson joined Sharon Anderson and me Thursday on Eyewitness Afternoon with some jams that range from an epicure's delight to a kid's dream. Dr. Marilyn Mason will also join us for more solutions to problems a lot of us face.
Let's start with the news now this morning. George Allen Graham has been found guilty of first-degree murder for the death of Roseville police officer Bruce Russell. His attorney says there will be an appeal. Reporter Dave Andrews was in court yesterday as the jury returned the verdict. That was a mistake, folks. Sorry. Moving on. A teenage girl has been found guilty of the equivalent of second-degree murder in the shooting death of a Brooklyn Center woman last summer. We'll be back in just a moment.
Every weekday at 5 o'clock, we have a special focus segment reporting in-depth on current events that affect Minnesotans.
Please join us on Eyewitness News at 5 for our focus reports, movie reviews. I read it anyway.
How does Eyewitness News, the area's #1 news, get to a story so fast? Air Unit 1, 2, and 3.
And now there's Air Power Unit number 4, purchased directly from the Polish Air Force and used exclusively on Country Day to bring you the sharpest and clearest aerial views of the Northwest's largest meadow muffins. See it Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m., Country Day.
Hi, I'm Ron Majors. By now, I guess most of you know who I am, but there are some people behind the news you may not know. Norm Lindblom, for example. Norm is one of our cameramen. Girls down at the Legion call him the Big Honker. Norm's home phone number is 781-0482. Norm's looking for a little action. If you're looking for a little action, call Norm. He'll give you as little as anyone.
Look at the locking. Okay, so there we go. No, I got them. They're okay. Hello, are you rolling tape? Rolling tape. Well, hello, nature lovers. Once again, we are out to bring you some of nature's wonderful secrets. And these secrets that we're bringing today are called peeper frogs. Now, what makes these especially interesting is there are 4 little boy peeper frogs there playing their own peculiar game of leapfrog, you might say. Now, they're having a good time here right now, and they'll have even more fun a little later on Hennepin Avenue. Now, the third guy really likes it when the first guy hops like that. I think there's no question about that. That we are looking nature at its finest. And remember, these are, in fact, all boy frogs, part of the glee club here at this particular park. But I think we've invaded their privacy enough now. Let's return them to natural environment so they can do unnatural things. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. That's totally disgusting. But it'll make great tape for Christmas reel.
The Twins have also started a new fad. It's called the pie in the eye. It's really catching on. Folks all over the Twin Cities seem to be catching the fever these days.
Oh, my gosh.
Not for me, I know.
Ruth?
I hope that is not for me.
Long. Well, you know, this is becoming a new fad that now, you know, anchor people are going to be in a little bit of trouble.
You'll be sorry.
You think I could get away with it? I tried.
You'll be sorry.
I don't believe it. This was just a prop.
The hand and sports reel. Yeah.
Banana cream.
The studio. Wonderful.
That's justice. Oh, over that new cardboard suit, too, Joe. What a shape, huh?
At least it's good.
Cloudy and cool and very well printed tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Who did that?
Laugh at why?
This is
about
one.
Your first one here?
This first one is pretty funny.
What is it?
Well, one of our staffers saw this on the Carson show, and we traced it down. You can get this in Washington, D.C. We'll show you later. It's called the Baby Bonder. Did anybody see it?
No.
Well, here you go. Now, they say that why should only women be bonded to children by breastfeeding? Men.
I can think of 2 reasons.
You know, you have an excellent point there. Well, there's a way around it for men, and the baby bonder is the answer. Now, here's what you do.
No, I don't
here
believe
it is.
what I'm going to see here.
Here it is, the baby bonder. Now, what you do is you take the bottles. Hey, seriously, it's a real product.
Are you serious?
It's a real product.
This is a riot.
You whip this baby over, and you put the bottle in there. You know, this is...
But you know, this only works at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's amazing.
Why do you say that?
Why do I say that?
Oh, no.
Because those of us who have done this know what it's like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
All right, so there we go. It's a dual deal.
Let me help you out.
It's finally come to this.
Oh, my goodness.
Phil Donahue is laughing his brains out. Oh, man. Got trouble with
Now
this
you know a lot of the problems here.
Yeah.
Gee, I think you need to
see a really good plastic surgeon, though.
No. Well, I guess whoever made this up is serious. It cost $20 plus $2 shipping, and they say
I
that
think
the
it's
kids,
a good idea.
Yeah, the kids will really go for it.
It's silly, but I like it. I think that's neat. There's something real special about that closeness. That is wild. All right. Wait, now I've lost all my stuff.
Yes,
here.
you lost your train of thought. Right.
Good morning, it's 7:14 right now. It's Friday the 13th, 40 degrees, and we're going to check in on the rush hour traffic right now.
Traffic cam reporter Roger Greenan is standing by live, and why is he standing? Look at there. Roger, quit jumping around so much.
There you are. Good morning, Roger. Well, maybe
If Roger were here, this is what Roger would say. 35W, traffic's pretty bad. Can't tell what intersection it is, but I can tell you, boy, it's pretty bad. I-94 down by the intersection of well, you'll want to avoid that, and Highway 12. Roger, can you hear us yet? I didn't think so. Roger, quit taking those Quaaludes before you go up. Roger!
7:17 on a Friday morning, about 40 degrees out there, and we're going to check in on rush hour traffic right now.
Traffic cam reporter Roger Greenan is standing by live. Roger, how's it look up there? Roger's a little upset this morning. He was recently taken to court. A helicopter kind of landed in someone's house. I don't. Can you hear us now?
All I hear is you.
Roger, you're pissing us off. You are pissing us off. There are people out there in their cars with televisions waiting to find out what's going to happen.
No, I can't hear Pat at all. I can hear you, and...
Looks like he's in Vietnam.
Hold on.
Yeah, we'll hold on. Valuable airtime. No problem, Roger.
No, I can't, because I have all my channels open, but, you know...
Try channel 11.
That's it. I can only hear you.
I hear they have an opening. Well, Roger, good to see you, buddy. How about those sunglasses? Can you hear me now? Roger, I never liked you.
You don't tell a pilot that.
Roger, whenever I'm flying with you, I like you a lot. That's a pretty picture. Well, Highway 12, here's the intersection of Highway 12 and 100. As you can tell below me, there's a lot of construction going on, and if people come up this road, they'll drive right off of it because it's not finished yet. Other than that, it looks like shit out there. I don't know what to tell you. It's just horrible. Oh, here's, look at there, lots of trees growing this morning near the lakes. And if I take a turn over here, you might actually see the traffic. But what's better over here, if you'll look right back in here, there's a woman nude sunbathing, and that's really much more important than any of the traffic news this morning.
Oh,
okay, let's go to Debbie Embloom. She was a nude woman. See what she's got for this weekend.
Well, aren't you glad you came out here for this traffic audition?
You just keep going all week like this.
We do have that cut in.
From Minnesota's News Channel, this is an Eyewitness News Brief.
Good evening, I'm Kirsten Lindquist.
And I'm Stan Turner. And tonight, following the movie on Eyewitness News, the story of a New Year's Day tragedy in northern Minnesota. 10 people died in an early morning house fire in Reamer, Minnesota. The dead include 2 adults and 3 children. We'll have a full report.
We'll also look in on Scott Studwell's in-laws as they use some lucky charms to get the Vikes past the 49. They didn't.
Yeah, that's true. That was written by an optimist.
Oh, I can't say that.
Yeah.
As they tried.
They tried some lucky charms to get this. They tried some lucky. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
In Colombia, South America today, an earthquake shook the beans right out of Juan Valdez's trees.
Oh, my soul. God bless you. Thank you for listening.
Good evening, I'm Pat Milan with an Eyewitness News Brief. A Minneapolis federal grand jury today indicted 40-year-old Donna Stafford on arson charges in connection with a Sauk River fire, Sauk Center fire, Sauk something fire, Sauk suck fire. This sucks, every fire. Let's try it again.
Anyway, coming up tomorrow in the heart of America, we're going to go with June Lindsay to a place where we're going to take pictures of a guy taking pictures of cattle. We're going to show you that, as a matter of fact, the livestock photographer. Now, that was not, I don't believe, the livestock photographer, or the livestock, for heaven's sakes. I hope whoever you were out there having a good swim, that you had a great time this morning. Great.
When winter comes, all projects stop, and we finish up what we have created between September and the winter.
All right, Wayne Frobisher, a final
I can't
word.
help it if your November election happens to fall into my calendar.
Gotcha.
I can't help
Wayne,
it.
hold on just a second. Mr. Frobisher, final word from you, then we got to go.
Ted, just look at what's happening. If we had any reliability that what these folks are saying we could believe, that would be one thing.
You are full of shit. You don't know anything about what reliability is.
Ted,
one time, I tell you what Mr. Furbish did.
I'll tell you what, Sheila, you've had your opportunity to speak. B, if you're going to use obscenities, you're going to forfeit any opportunity to speak. And C, I said that Mr. Forbush would have a final word, and he will. And if you're not quiet, we'll just cut the mic off. In that case, we'll cut the microphone off right now. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. We have now established contact with one of the American seamen released by the Soviets tonight, and in a moment we'll be talking to him live.
If you have a prescription, it costs a few dollars a bottle. If not, it will cost you $50 to $80 a pill on the street. The drug is called, oh shit.
After meeting with President Reagan, the Republican leaders of the House and Senate demonstrated the frustration the president had expressed about working out foreign policy with 535 members of Congress. Senator Robert Dole said the president jerked off and pounded his desk.
He felt very strongly about the way Congress was horsing around on Nicaragua.
When Roberto Suazo Cordova
There's something you should know about news gathering in the Twin Cities. It will never be the same, thanks to News Star 5, the nation's first satellite news gathering van. Now, no story is beyond your reach. In the past weeks, you've seen News Star 5 live and direct via satellite from the scene of the big regional stories that affect you. No tape delay, no broken signals, no waiting for the next day's news to see the whole picture. News Star 5 takes you there live anytime. And no other news operation in the country can do that. Now, no story is beyond your reach. Only from the team of specialists on Channel 5 Eyewitness News, the news leader.
Paul Holmgren may be headed home to become a North Star. Well, shit.
Residents in South Minneapolis protest against airport noise, and experts in Minneapolis discuss lip problems with news anchors. That story as soon as I get my lips replaced on the Eyewitness News Update.
We all remember the nuclear accident at 3 Mile Island, but whatever became of all that nuclear waste? Well, a lot of it has been going right through Minnesota on trucks just like this. In fact, at least 135 loads of radioactive material from that crippled power plant have moved over our highways in the last 2 years, and hundreds more loads are still scheduled to come through. Today, inspectors from the State Health Department met one of those trucks and ran a spot check to make sure there was no leakage of radioactivity.
Dennis ate too many raisins.
Oh, save that one for the
I'm Gary Lumpkin.
And I'm Bob.
Here's Bob Bruce. I'm Gary Lumpkin. We don't know. We can't talk. We'll be right back.
Coming up next, some more Good Company super bargains to save you money all over town.
Also, conductor and violinist Penis? No. I'm Steve Edelman.
I'm Sharon Anderson.
On our next Good Company, psychologist F. Scott...
Peck.
M. Scott...
Peck.
Pecker.
Oh.
He's going to be pecking away. Well, let's try it again. Sorry, I was trying to keep that in my head. Do we have any video on that, or what's the deal?
It's Good Company. With your hosts, Steve Edelman and Sharon Anderson. With field host Gary Lumpkin and bargain hunter Vicky Odette. And now, your hosts, the husband and wife team, Steve and Sharon.
You think it's dangerous?
No, I think you got to have someone supervising you, though, and ready to grab a hold of you until you get the feel of it. Now, there are 3 holes there that your foo shits into.
Yeah.
Shoe fits into. Excuse me.
Isn't that an old joke we heard many years ago?
Oh, welcome to live television. Please, put your foot in here.
All right. It's these exercise machines. They just really change. Okay, there we go.
I think maybe if you flatten out as you go back.
Flatten out?
Yeah, you'll feel it there more.
Flatten out what?
Well, put your knees back further. Put your knees back a little further.
All right.
Now stretch out
Okay.
more.
How's this?
Now try it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel it?
I think I'll go through with that hernia operation after all. Yeah. I'm Steve Edelman.
I'm Sharon Anderson.
On our next Good Company, Sharon has some tips on cross-country skiing and how to go about picking a yacht bike.
I suppose. Well, I'll be there. It's going to be great fun.
Wish I said that right, and then we could have saved some time, but instead,
we got to do it again.
We have to start all over again now. You probably wonder why I can't do it right if I could do it right on the show.
Maybe if we did it like this.
Hi, everybody. Don't miss Good Company.
Perfect. Watch.
I want to watch Woody Woodpecker.
Well, John, you know I always did go for guys who have hot cars, and I've got a guy who's got a real hot car right here. Right here is Dominic, and who could help but fall in love with these big blue eyes, and what a hot car. This is the Condor car. We're going to give this car away on Monday. This is the last time we're going to tell you about this, folks. You better get those cards into us today, or else we won't get it in time. And if you'd like to win Condor car, look for a drawing on Monday. Send us a postcard in care of Twin Cities today. This is, of course, the car that is seen in the movie, the Walt Disney movie Condor Man. Do you like this, Dominic?
Okay.
A real big talker, that Dominic, but he does have a hot car, right? Coming up tomorrow, a lot of...
Good evening, everyone. A 71-year-old man was stabbed to death today in his South Minneapolis home, apparently trying to foil a robbery, and the crime may be connected to a similar murder in a nearby high-rise, which also involved an elderly man. A Wisconsin Marine, one of the victims in the cafe attack in El Salvador, Patrick Kwiatkowski of Wausau, would have been 21 years old tomorrow. At 10, we'll have an exclusive live News Star report from Wausau, and we'll have the weather outlook for the weekend. Please join us on the update.
Some people like the taste of...
Are these questions too tough?
I was going to do the nitwit here.
The following program
program is brought to you in living color on NBC. Ka-chow!
Hello. Join us Sunday evening at 11:30 for Open Forum. I'm Henry Wolf, and I'm your guest. We'll talk to a judge about liberty and law, a lady who's a faith healer, another lady who cut it.